Driving at the Grand Prix can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your career at Purdue.
Hello, and welcome back to Fox Valley Kart's Grand Prix seminar videos. I'm Corey Patterson. Last time, we mostly talked about driving theory, but today we're going to get down to the specifics about getting around the track quickly.
We'll help you figure out the best lines through the turns and give you a driver's eye view of the track so you know what to expect when you get out there. The Grand Prix track has a variety of turns, and you'll need all the skills we talked about in the last video: late apexing, trail braking, straight line braking, and maximizing exit speed.
So, starting with this track diagram, let's take a lap around the track.
Whenever you enter the track from the pits, always look left to see who is coming. Then ahead to the pit exit, then left one more time. Don't depend on the flagman. Down the back straight, be conscious that others will be gaining on you. Spot your turn-in point, and before you lift and turn the wheel, glance back over your left shoulder to make sure you're not turning in front of a faster kart. Lots of accidents happen here. Don't take yourself out by causing one. Look through turn 2 to see if something is happening ahead of you that you'll need to avoid. Look at the desired apex point, lift, turn, and point the kart at that point and get back on the gas hard. Let the kart sweep out of turn 2 and be ready to bend it into turn 3. Turn 3 is really just a continuation of turn 2, but you need to treat it as a separate turn. Accelerate across the apex of turn 3 and look for where you want to turn into turn 4, back to the right.
The track falls away as you enter turn 4.
So try trail braking here if you need to help the front of the kart turn into turn 4. A quick lift here may be enough. But if when you're back on the gas the kart wants to wash out towards the outside edge of the track, try squeezing the brake while you're still hard on the gas to get the front end to turn in. You need to hold the kart down in turn 4, about a kart width off the inside edge of the track, but you should be off the brakes and on the gas by then. As you relax the pressure on the steering wheel, the kart should float up off the turn, accelerating hard. As you approach turn 5, spot your lift point and turn-in point. You may need a touch of brakes here, but just a touch. Check over your left shoulder for faster traffic, lift and turn, and get back on the gas as you drive to your next apex point. Your momentum will carry you to the right, and you'll probably need to pinch the steering here a bit to avoid getting out of position to enter turn 6. Like turn 2, you'll jump right into turn 6 here. This is a place where it may be faster to go slower. You don't want the momentum of the kart to push you way out of position. Go as fast as you can without having to drive back to the next turn. Take as straight a line as you can across turns 6 and 7. These turns are too slow to worry much about late apexing. You just want to be in the best position to get the fastest possible exit out of turn 8. Point the kart into turn 8 to get hard in the throttle as early as you can. Don't be afraid to let the kart float out onto the front stretch outside edge. Try not to crowd the steering wheel here. It's critical that the kart runs free. Take a breath, settle yourself, check the temp gauge, it will probably be hottest here, and start looking for your turn-in point for turn 1. Turn 1 is a classic place where a quick lift off the throttle, really quick, can help you initiate the rotation of the kart. But don't coast into turn 1. You don't need brakes here. You just need to get the front end to grip and you'll rocket off the turn down the backstretch. Now, let's look at this in real time. If you do it right, this could be the most exhilarating 24 seconds of your life. Let's do another lap. This time, watch the driver's hands and feet and listen. Passing is easiest entering turn 2 and exiting turn 8. Do you see why? By properly setting up the turn and late apexing, you'll have superior exit speed and easier passing.
The drivers who just seem to blow by other drivers on the track don't have any more horsepower than the people they're passing. They're just moving faster at that point on the track when they get to them.
Always be looking ahead. Don't put yourself in a position that passing one cart pins you behind another cart. It's better to wait for the opportunity to complete the pass cleanly and have enough room ahead of you to take advantage of your superior exit speed. Never drive straight up behind a cart that's significantly slower than you either. Always stay off to the side to give yourself a place to go. Anticipate reckless drivers and give them plenty of room. The proper passing technique at the entrance to a turn is to take away your competitor's racing line. As you approach your competitor, predict where their preferred line will be. Adjust your speed and turn entry to interfere with their move to the preferred apex or preferred exit point. Don't just bonsai under someone. That typically requires a very early apex and kills your exit speed. They'll just motor by you on the exit like you're an idiot. Take the proper late apex approach. Just adjust your line to compromise theirs. That way you'll exit with enough speed to make your pass stick.
You need to know your surroundings. Study the track. Learn how to use the shape of each turn to your advantage. Avoid the runoff areas and aprons. They require additional turning, and we don't want that. Study your competitors, and not just the fast ones. You can learn as much from watching slower drivers as from the faster ones. After all, you'll want to pass them all.
Learn what each one looks like and sounds like, so you'll know them by sight and sound on track. You can hear someone coming up on you, and you'll know how to react.
Analyze your own shortcomings. Where are you weakest? Where do you need to work harder to improve? Where are you most vulnerable to being passed? And be a good sport. Don't block an obviously faster cart. Your maneuvering and their frustration can take you both out.
When you're not on track, you should be watching other drivers. Don't just watch from the pits. It looks different when you get outside the fence around the backside of the track. If possible, video can also be a big help as you compare what you're doing with what others are doing.
Once practice starts, learn the track, and then start experimenting with how to make the cart faster. If what you're doing isn't working, try something different. There's no point in going out and driving lap after meaningless lap if you're not trying new things and learning what works for you and what doesn't. Take every opportunity to practice. Practice qualifying with a cold start, clear track, and fewer visual cues. The track will look different when there are only 4 carts out there, like in qualifying. Be realistic about your strengths and weaknesses. If you're practicing 2 seconds slower than the fast carts, don't expect to qualify on the pole. And finally, practice your pit stop. Practice looking for your pit board and your pit crew. Finally, you are driving your cart in practice in the race, not somebody else's. Don't worry that a faster driver has this pipe, or those tires, or that gear on. What's right for their cart or their driving style may not be right for you and your cart. Once the race starts, play the cards you were dealt. You can't change these things at this point, so make the most of what you have without endangering yourself or others. The driver is by far the most important part of the Grand Prix package. If someone else is faster than you, it's probably not because they have a better cart or better tires or a better engine than you. They're probably just getting more out of what they have than you are. Work on that first. And lastly, the oldest saying in racing is, to finish first, you must first finish. Build the cart to run 200 laps. Double and triple check everything. Prepare yourself to run the whole race. It's a long race, but if you're ready and you've done everything you can about the factors that you can control, then it will be a successful experience. There's always more to learn about driving, so don't hesitate to stop in the shop or call us if you have any questions or need more help. Don't forget to share these videos with your Grand Prix friends, and feel free to send us your comments or questions. And don't forget to like us on Facebook. See you soon.